Welcome back. The race for the White House is set to rumble on as votes continue to be counted in battleground states across America.
Philadelphia election officials have continued to count mail-in votes despite President Donald Trump's attempt to discredit the ballots. Joining us live from the Convention Centre in Philadelphia is reporter Andy Rosegian. Andy, a very good morning to you from Dublin. I know it's the middle of the night there in Philadelphia. Maybe you'll give us a sense of what's been going on in the scenes in Philadelphia.
Well, quiet right now, Anna and Simon. Actually, we just saw dozens of police officers take off from the convention center behind me here. That's usually an indication that vote counting has ended for the night. So quiet right now, but some breaking news just in the last couple hours or so. Local media are reporting that there was a man taken into custody, allegedly in a plot to come here and attack this convention center. Now, we don't know all the details really much about them, but from what local media are saying, police pulled over a Hummer that was driving up here from Virginia, acting on a tip. Inside was a group of people, possibly a family, and they took that one man into custody. But that's all we know at the moment. But, Anna and Simon, beyond that, what a raucous day and night it has been out here. Hundreds of Biden supporters were out here as they were counting votes. It was like a good old-fashioned dance rave party going on. There was music and dancing. They were chanting, "Count every vote, count every vote" out here. Meantime, there were also Trump supporters out here waving big flags. Their big mantra out here was "Let us in, let us in." They went to court demanding to be let into the convention center so they could observe the voting. Eventually, they did get in to observe the voting, but that was a big legal tussle for a while. And in the meantime, in the last updated vote counts we have, Joe Biden is behind Donald Trump here in Pennsylvania by about 25,000 votes, but he was down earlier hundreds of thousands of votes. So the vote count is tightening as more of these late mail-in ballots come in. Anna and Simon?
Andy, did you notice, was there a palpable sea change in terms of the mood as the day progressed yesterday? Because obviously, as you say, Trump had a huge lead, 24 hours ago, and that's slowly been whittled down as each hour seems to pass and more of these mail-in ballots are counted. Did you notice any kind of sea change in the mood outside the convention centre yesterday?
Oh, absolutely. It was amazing to see the Biden supporters out here. You know, they were defiant, I would say, earlier in the day. But as the day wore on, boy, they just turned into a big dance rave party. And they were celebrating, basically. They're staying defiant. The Trump supporters who were out here were a little angrier, and there was some jawing back and forth between the two sides. But a huge police presence out here kept the peace. So the Biden supporters are feeling optimistic, of course, as the vote totals come in and showing that Biden is narrowing the gap. It'd be a huge win if Joe Biden won this state. It's his home state, and it would give him 20 extra electoral college votes, which would put him over the 270 mark. That's the magic number, and would give him the presidency if the votes held up here. Anna and Simon?
And Andy, just one last question for you. I appreciate it's the middle of the night there, so thank you for taking the time to talk to us here on Breakfast TV in Ireland. But when day breaks in the United States of America, how do you think the day is going to unfold, and when do you think we might have an answer on America's next president?
Well, the Secretary of State, Anna, here in Pennsylvania said yesterday that the vote counting was going quicker than they thought, more smoothly than they thought. You know, Pennsylvania is a state where they don't have a lot of experience with mail-in ballots traditionally. And what also makes it tough is they're one of the states here, and all the states behave differently when it comes to elections. They weren't allowed to start counting mail-in ballots until Election Day itself. So they are feeling confident that they'll be able to get the vote count done here in Pennsylvania sometime during the day on Friday. That's the hope. But in other states, for example, in Georgia, it's basically tied right now between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. So it's not just Pennsylvania. We'll have to see how other states come together. There's at least four other states, I think, now, where the vote is so tight that it could be a while, possibly even into next week.
Well, listen, Andy, we appreciate your time. Get yourself some sleep and a good hot cup of coffee and hunker down for another day at the front lines. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate your time.